Okay, now we're going to move into phase one of being an authentic influencer, and that is the conversation of inspiration. So let's flip the page here real quick. The word is inspiration. We're going to divide this word up into a couple segments. So phase one, or the first phase in a process of being an authentic influencer, is being willing to inspire other people to their greatness, to inspire yourself to greatness, to inspire another person. But what does it really mean to inspire? What's the difference between motivation and inspiration? I'll give an example. When I go into a rock concert and I listen to music, I can get two types of experiences. When I would go to a particular rock band, Def Leppard, AC/DC, back when I was younger, I wasn't ever really inspired so much as I was motivated. I would use the music of Metallica and all this in high school and college for football, put it on at the time I had a Discman. It was awesome. I think I actually had a tape player for a while. And I'd put my headphones on as I'm coming off the bus, and I can remember particularly it was a Metallica song, and I would step off the bus getting ready, and it would be like, and I was like, yeah, carrying my little Discman, right? I would carry it and I'd walk off. I'd have my at the time it was cool, right? This is back in the 90s during football at high school. I had my cut-off t-shirt. It was like baggy and my belly was hanging out, my ripped six-pack, and I would get off and I'd be like, and I was totally motivated. Like I'd feel the goosebumps in my arms like creeping up. I'd feel the hair on the back of my neck getting all fired up. I was sitting there, I was like, oh! I was like totally pumped, right? Here's the problem. It's kind of like energy drink. Drink energy drink, and then what happens a couple hours later? These audio CDs that I would listen to, they would help get me to a place of a frenzy, but they never lasted. It wasn't like I continued to listen to Metallica 24/7 all the time and I would be like this. That didn't happen for me. If I did, I would have lost its power. So I'd bring Metallica in and I would listen to it, AC/DC. I'd listen to Def Leppard. Pour some sugar on me in the name of love. Yeah, that was more like a love song. My parents called that satanic music when I was growing up, so I was banned from listening to it. So, of course, as a high school teenager or junior high school kid, guess what you wanted to do the minute parents banned it? Well, it was all of a sudden the coolest music on the planet. And, yes, I did listen to Debbie Gibson because I thought she was hot. So, anyways, at that time, motivation is an example of listening to music that way. Now, let me change the conversation here. 2 years ago, I went to a private VIP concert up at Sundance Film Festival of Josh Groban. And there was me, and there was my wife, and we were sitting down. I was listening to Josh Groban sing the song Awake from his Awake album. Also, he was singing the children's lullaby. And the song's like, hush, my baby, don't you cry. Rest your wings, my butterfly. And he would keep going on. And this song itself, I would get a similar experience on the outside, but instead of which was totally different for me, all of a sudden the music that Josh Groban was playing and singing was like moving me from the inside out. It's the same reason why I could listen to Paul Potts sing on YouTube, and he would sing and it was like rocking me. Opera music does this to me. The vibration of the music is inspirational. And consider for a moment that distinction. Sorry, I keep doing that because I'm just having fun doing it. And then the other one, and now I'm laughing so I can't even sing the other one for you. These two distinctions were reaching a different vibration for me, a different frequency, just like a radio antenna. The frequency of the one music was turning me in temporary hype. Wah! Beat my chest! Ah! Ultimately in football, that never works. You can't hype yourself up the whole game. You'll exhaust yourself. You have to play from inspiration, being inspired. Just like the opera music, or just like Josh Groban's music was inspiring me up at Sundance a couple years ago. It moved me from the inside out to the point of emotion. So to inspire, then consider for a moment what we're talking about here is really about getting yourself first, and then those you connect with, getting yourself and those you connect with in spirit or inspired. To be in spirit. Now, some may say this is to be in truth. What ultimately for me this is getting yourself into a stage and into a place because your desire is connection. Your desire is integrity and truth. Your desire is what is in the highest and best use and best good of the person that you're connecting with. Ultimately, as my challenge has become now inspired by Jerry Hicks from the Abraham Hicks series, who said that my responsibility, my calling in life, and my desire and vision for me is that every person I meet's life is better off or no worse off than after they met me. And you know what, after hearing that, I really feel that's my same motto in life. I want you to be inspired hearing this content. I want you to be inspired about experiencing your life from a deeper level of power. I want you to experience the truth and the power of who you are. To do this, I have to be inspired first. To be inspired allows me to say the things and to have the actions necessary in your life to have you experience your own truth. It'll have me do the things that normally a hyped up motivator would never do. It has me willing to take the step closer to you, to be the first one to offer up my vulnerability, to be the first one to offer up my natural secrets, the things I want to hide. It allows me to be in a space that just by showing up, I create a movement in you, just like the music, that's not motivational so much as it is inspirational, or creating conditions for you to be in spirit. When this occurs, connection is natural. Connection itself then is about drawing two individuals together. You, the influencer, and the potential person in your life who's going to come to an option of a product, a service, or an experience that your business has to offer. Businesses can be inspirational and business can be motivational. Depending on where you're at as a person, the difference is huge. But if you're going to be an authentic influencer and you're going to experience a new consciousness of what consumers are demanding in our economy today, which is connection and trust. Trust, as Brett has taught you, is at an all-time low. The people that we trust the most are the people who inspire us. The people in our lives that we want to go to the next step with are the people that we trust. And the people that we trust are the people we feel connected to. And the people we feel connected to are the people who have put us and them in spirit, meaning have created a conversation through which we've transcended the motivation and the hype and the need to lie and the need to look good, the need to show up and be better than or worse than. But it allows us to be in a space in which truly we can care and consider that the other person across from us is a powerful human being, a divine son or daughter of God, a child of light, who has a life, who has a purpose, who has needs and wants and fears and desires. And we don't use those to manipulate. We use them to inspire. We set the stage through connection and creating trust. And in that space, we create an opportunity to create something. Ultimately, we open up the possibility to create. Not to manipulate, to create. To create something based on a vision. To create something based on an intention. This way of life is so amazing, being an influencer in this space. It allows me to have literally my phone, my email, my Facebook accounts, my social media accounts. Things like this go off the charts for me, because of the fact that my commitment is to be inspirational for folks. Motivation has people want to be you. Inspiration has them want to be them. Inspiration has them see in you and experience you like a mirror, understanding that what they really want is not you. What they want is the greatness of them. What they really want is not to be your world. What they want is to be the greatest possible they can in their world. To be inspired allows people to go arrive at answers, not telling them. Is one who uses questions during their instruction. In our next section, we're going to talk about what happens once we create the connection. Once I've created a space in which I can connect with another human being, now the game is, what do I teach them? What is the instruction? So, stick with us through the next section as we head to the second phase of being an authentic influencer, and that is the game of instruction.